Hi everyone, it's Marilyn here with Stamping Creations with Marilyn, and tonight I am sharing a mystery card stamping with you. I have posted a list of supplies that you would need yesterday, and hopefully you've gathered them up. There's not many, but it's kind of a fun card and quick and easy to put together. So I'm just going to check that I'm in the right place for all of this, and then I will get started. That one looks right. Apologize for that noise you hear. It is a little warm in our house tonight, so we have had the air conditioning working, so bear with me while it's running, and I will stay cool, I hope. So I'm going to turn the camera down and we can get started with some sharing that I am going to do. Now, to me that looks about like, hope I didn't make you too seasick, but you should be able to see what's in the camera. Ah, there, that noise quit now. Which way do I want to go? That way. Okay, so hopefully by now you have had your catalog and had a great time to thumb through it, look at it. It's a wonderful, wonderful catalog of our products and everything that we do have to share. So if your wish list is as long as mine was, there's a couple of specials happening in June that I would like to let you know about, and maybe that can help you ease the burden on your wallet a little bit. First of all is the annual catalog kickoff celebration, and for the month of June, well, from June 3rd to the 30th, if you shop or host in June, and you can get extra stamping rewards. So normally if you have a qualifying workshop of $300, you would get $30, 10%. But with this special, you get an extra $30, so that's $60 that you can spend on product. And also during that same time period is a pick a free bundle starter kit promotion. No pressure, no you have to do this, you have to do that. You can get the starter kit. It's always a good value. You pay $135, you get $165 of product, plus your business supplies if you want to use them, or if you don't. You will get catalogs, you will get order forms, information. And now for that time period again, June 3rd to 30th, you can pick a free bundle, and in the catalog this time there are bundles with stamp sets and punches, and bundles with stamp sets and die cuts, dies for the Big Shot or the new Stampin' Cut and Emboss machines. It's going to be hard to get used to not calling it a Big Shot. But anyway, if you do flip through your catalog there, you'll find a bundle. I believe the most expensive was about $80. There's a couple for $78.25. So again, especially if one of those bundles, I did have someone the other day tell me they were interested in the peony bundle. Here it is for $78, so that would certainly be worth your while to look at doing, and you're always welcome to join my team. I love having you, I love creating with you. So give me a call if you have any questions. So before we start, I do have a host code if you are placing an order online, and it's under $200. I would appreciate you using that. Or you can call me, email me, text me, whatever, and I can place the order for you. So just keep in touch. I would like to share the in colors, just a quick look at them. They're beautiful colors. I like them all, which doesn't often happen. We have Misty Moonlight, Magenta Madness, Bumblebee, Just Jade, and Cinnamon Cider. And I have made cards with each of them, so I'll try, oh there, that's better. Try and hold them in light here so you can see them. That's the magenta. This is the cinnamon cider. This is the misty moonlight. Oh, midnight madness. Just jade and bumblebee. So when you see them actually in a card and with some of the designer paper that comes with them, they are beautiful colors. So leave me a note in the comments to let me know which one of those is your favorite and where you're watching from. I'd love to hear from you. I don't have much chance to be going back and checking comments as I am demoing, but I will always go back and read them afterwards. So tonight for the mystery card, I asked you to get a sheet of colored, or a half sheet it is, of colored cardstock, so 8.5 by 5.5. A piece of light colored 5 by 3 3/4, a smaller piece of light colored 1/2 inch by 3 3/4. That's going to be for your words. A sentiment of your choice that will go over, or can be stamped on that small piece. Will go over. Some ribbon and some designer paper. So as you can see, I've got pieces of designer paper. It doesn't have to be full sheets by any means for what we're going to do. This is a card that a fellow demonstrator and friend of mine, Lillian Kemp, had put on Stamper's Niche. Within the last month, she did a Facebook Live on it, and I just thought it was a really neat card to work with, so I thought I would share it with you tonight. So I'm going to, I can leave that on there in case you need to see it. So to begin with, I would fold my card base in half, and a bit of a, try and get it lined up. A small trick that I have learned totally by accident was if I use my piercing mat underneath when I burnish that with a bone folder, it seems to have that little bit of give so the card actually stays flat a little bit better. I am going to, the color I have chose is the terracotta tile with matching ink, and the designer paper package that I am using is one of the ones in the new catalog, the Ornate Garden Specialty designer paper. So I have made, and I'll try and get it so it doesn't glare too bad, make these information pages so that I can see what's on either side. This is one sheet of designer paper, both sides of it. This is another, so there's 6 different ones. You get 2 of each. And then here are the cardstock colors that go with it. So you have Bumblebee, Early Espresso, Gold, Mint Macaron, Old Olive, Terracotta Tile, and Whisper White. So some new, the Bumblebee, I guess that's the only new one out of it. And that one, we actually had access to this suite before the catalog went live, and this is one of the sets that we could get beforehand, so we got to look at the one new in color. So I like to look at that and pick my background colors to go with it, so that's where I chose the terracotta tile. So I am going to, first of all, stamp my words. So the stamping is done. So on my, and again, I like using my piercing mat for all stamping. I have picked You Made My Day from, it's from a set from that suite as well called Thank You. So I am just going to stamp that, I don't know, maybe I'll stamp it to one side, and then I'm going to trim that off to the length I want. And really that's all the stamping that I did on this particular card. So if you want to stamp your greeting, and then here's my piece of white. Because that is going to go across when we're finished, it fills the whole thing. So in my case, I would rather have it a little bit shorter, and I'm going to flag the end, it's called. So if you cut in towards there and in from here and in from here. End up with a little flag on the end, which of course you can't see very well because it's white on white, but there's what it looks like. So now my greeting is ready for when I need it, and my card base is ready. And now all we're going to do with this, except we're not going to do it on that, we're going to do it on the silicone mat, which is a very useful tool, especially when we're using glue like we're going to be here. So all I did for this was take a piece, probably a larger piece, and we're going to glue them in whatever pattern we like, leaving a little bit of space in between. Then when it's done, we'll turn it over and we will trim it with the paper snips. Again, designer paper has two sides, so you can use whichever side you like. And in order to, I don't remember what is the easiest, but I'm going to take my base of the card, and I don't want to have anything end right at the corners, so for this one I kind of want that kind of piece. So I'm going to put my glue, whoa, didn't need quite that much. I better find a piece of paper towel, I think. And then when I place that on, it's going to squish out this side. But at least, well, no, it's not. Okay. So then your next one, in my case, I think I'm going to, see, can't do that. Maybe I'll put the green piece on first. So again, just kind of eyeballing it, and I don't want it right up to the edge of this one because so again, I'm leaving just that little bit in between there. And then there's one piece left, and all of this paper coming from the same package as shown to you. There's this one, and this one. So you know the colors are going to go together. Stampin' Up! Has done that for you, which is really, really a time saver and a headache saver, because you don't have to decide what goes with what. I've had customers say to me, well, how do you know what colors to pick? And my pat answer is, can't do two things at once here, is to go to your designer paper and look at what's on the package telling you that that's what they put together. You notice that I was able to move that a little bit, or maybe you didn't notice, but I was. And that is one of the benefits of using the liquid glue, is that you can have a little bit of time. We call it wiggle room. So I'll let that set for just a minute. And I'm looking for some mini glue dots. We have mini glue dots, and these are the minis. These, oh, kind of in the shadows there. The minis and the regular size, and because this is so small, I wanted mini glue dots. I don't know where my open package went to, but anyway. So you can see, it didn't take much designer paper to do that. You could bring in your paper trimmer and trim it. Boy, look at how close I was to that corner. But it should still work. So I'm just going to trim off those edges. And again, that one just had a tiny corner, so you can see I used these for my other card, which I will show you. And I'm still going to have a fair bit of designer paper left, so you could make a number of cards like this. If you have kids or grandkids that want to make cards, it's a real great way to let them be them. I think I kind of like that one going that way. So then I would put it on my card base. Looks like I didn't trim that very straight. So you just put your scissors along the edge and trim it there. So that, I'll just show you, this is the card that I made earlier. It does have some ribbon on it, so we'll do that in a minute. I put the ribbon on with glue dots, and that is, again, a matching ribbon that is called scalloped linen ribbon, 1/2 inch wide. Not very great for tying bows, but it certainly adds an embellishment there. This one would end up like this. But today when I was considering this card, I also thought it would be great to do it on white, put my terracotta layer, and then the card. So it kind of makes it stand out just a little bit better. So I think that's what I'm going to do on this particular one. I didn't ask you to have the second layer, but you certainly could if you haven't put it together yet. So I'm going to use adhesive for this, and I have the new Stampin' Seal. As you're probably aware, if you have the new catalog, that we no longer have snail that we've had for forever, but we have this as a new adhesive. Rolls really nice to put on, and I'm just going to layer that one down. Then for the next one, I will use dimensionals, and because I'm not wrapping ribbon around or doing anything else, I can put that on right away. Stick my finger to the wrong side. So for dimensionals, if you have trouble peeling the papers off, you can always run your fingernail, or if it's easier, do it down here. And I'm lucky enough that I do have fingernails to pull it off. I have a friend who has gel nails, I believe they're called, and she struggles with it. You can use a take your pick tool, and again, when you go to put it on, whichever way you want your paper to go, your design. So I want mine to go that way because to me these flowers go up and down this way. So and then I am going to take my little ones, which you can see are quite a bit tinier, but they're really cute little guys. And we do have black dimensionals in both sizes, and those are suggested use for dark cardstock, so you don't see the white if you happen to, you know, look down the side like this kind of thing. And oh, I was gonna put my ribbon. So for my ribbon, I know a lot of people store them different ways and whatever. I have an piece of eaves trough in my storage room, and the rolls fit in it really well. My hubby thought I was a little weird when I was, okay, let's go to Home Depot, I need to buy some eaves trough. But I find that doing that, they don't stay together, obviously, when you just hold it like that. So I do keep a piece of Scotch tape handy and just stick it over the end, and it works for me. So you see, I did cut that with my ribbon scissors that we used to have. No longer sell by Stampin' Up, but I have kept mine because they are the only thing that seems to work for my ribbon. So I'm going to place that where I can put, I think on this one, On that one I did put it underneath, but I think on this one I might want to put it above. So to put that on, I'm going to use a glue dot, and don't know if you've seen this before with glue dots, that you can take your ribbon, just press it really, really quite hard, and it will pick the glue dot up on your ribbon, either end. Hi Beth, I see you're watching my video, thank you. And then I am going to, no measuring, no nothing, just randomly place it. And then, because I've already got those on there, I don't like to put them exactly over my ribbon. Wherever you like it. And there's your card. So again, a quick and easy way to use designer paper. Totally different looks by doing different sides of the designer paper. It is, designer paper is awesome. There are so many new awesome colors and designs in this new catalog. I can hardly wait to get them and play with them. So I appreciate you being here, appreciate you watching. Please make comments. Please, if you make a card, when you make a card of any kind, I'd love to have you share it. Keep it in the comments, and or put it in the comments, not keep it. Put it in the comments and let me know if there's any kind of designs you would like to see. I try to do a Facebook Live like this where you can get your supplies beforehand and create with me. I don't make them difficult, don't make too many pieces that you need, but anything that you have in your home would work wonderful, and share them with me. I try to do that Thursday nights at 7, and Tuesdays at 1:30 I try to do one where I'm showing you different techniques, way to use things, just a little more showing what you can do with the different products we have, rather than actually making the cards. So like I say, thank you for joining me, and we will see you next time. Take care.